Words of wisdom from the Holy Bible. And I've opened by random, as our church tells us to do. And it has topics of a person's outward appearance, riches, and evildoers, and how to handle riches. And it happens to be Wisdom of Sirach. This is from the Orthodox Study Bible. And I start. The Wisdom of Sirach, chapter 11. The wisdom of a humble man will exalt his head, and he will take his seat among the great. Outward appearances. Do not praise a man for his good looks. Do not detest one because of his appearance. The bee is small among winged creatures, but her fruit is first among sweet things, meaning honey, of course. Do not boast about your fine clothes, nor magnify yourself in the day you are honored, because the works of the Lord are wondrous, and his works are hidden from men. Many tyrants have sat on the ground, but one never thought of has worn a crown. Many rulers have suffered exceeding disgrace, and honored men have been betrayed into the hands of others. Slow down. Do not find fault before you examine a situation. First understand it and then make your judgment. Do not answer before you have listened. Do not interrupt someone while he's talking. Do not agree about a matter that does not concern you. Do not sit together with sinners when they judge a case. My son, do not let your business involve too many things. If you multiply them, you will not remain unpunished. If you pursue them, you will not overtake them, and you will not escape by running away. There's a man who works and keeps on working, but is in much more poverty. There's another man who is sluggish and in need of help, and he lacks strength and abounds in poverty. But the eyes of the Lord look upon him for his good, and restores his well-being from his humble state. He raises up his head, and many are amazed at this. Handling riches. Good and bad, life and death, poverty and wealth, these are from the Lord. The gift of the Lord remains with the godly, and his approval brings prosperity forever. There is a man who grows rich because of his attention and restraint, and this is the portion of his reward. When he says, I have found rest, and now I will partake of my good things, yet he does not know how much time will pass until he will die, and leave them behind to others. Stand by your covenant and attend to it, and grow old in your work. Do not be amazed at the works of the sinner, but trust in the Lord and remain at your work, because it is easy in the sight of the Lord to make a poor man rich quickly and unexpectedly. The blessings of the Lord is in the reward of a godly man, and in an instant he makes his blessings flourish. Do not say, what do I need, and what good things will be mine in the future. Do not say, I am independent. From now on, what will harm me? In the day of good things, there is a forgetfulness of bad things. And in the day of bad things, there is no remembrance of good things. For it's easy in the judgment of the Lord to reward a man on the day of his death according to his ways. The ill treatment of an hour makes one forget luxury, and at the end of a man's life, there shall be a revelation of his works. Consider no man happy before his death, and a man will be known in his children. Beware of evildoers. Do not bring every man into your home, for the plots of the deceitful are many. The heart of an arrogant man is like a decoy partridge in a cage, and like a spy he watches for your fall. For he lies in wait and turns good into evil, and he will attach blame to the good one chooses. From a spark of fire, charcoal fire is kindled, and a sinful man lies in wait for bloodshed. Beware of an evildoer and his schemes, lest he brings lasting blame upon you. Receive a stranger into your home, and he will upset you with troubles, and alienate your family from you. Chapter 12. Showing kindness. If you show kindness, know to whom you shall show it, and you shall be thanked for your good deeds. Do good to a godly man, and you will be repaid. if not by him, then certainly by the Most High. There shall be no good things for him who continues in evil things, or for him who does not give alms cheerfully. Give to a godly man, but do not help the sinner. Do good to a humble man, but do not give to an ungodly man. Hold back his bread, do not give it to him, lest by it he lord it over you. For you will receive twice as much evil coming back for all the good you did for him. For the Most High also hates sinners and will render punishment on the ungodly. Never trust an enemy. Give to the good man, but do not help the sinner. A friend will not be revealed when you are prosperous, nor will an enemy hide himself when you are in adversity. When a man prospers, his enemies are grieved, but when he is in adversity, even a friend will separate himself. Never trust your enemy, for as copper becomes rusty, so is his evil. Even if he acts humble and goes about with a humble posture, watch yourself and be on your guard. Then you shall be to him like him who wipes off a mirror, and you will know that it is not corroded continually. Do not let him stand by your side, lest he overthrow you and take your place. Do not seat him on your right, lest he seeks your seat of honor. Then at last you will know the truth of my words, and because of my words you will be pierced with sorrow. Who will pity a snake charmer when he's bitten, or those who go near wild animals? So no one will pity one who approaches a sinful man and gets involved in his sins. He will stay with you for a while, but if you turn aside from him, he will not put up with you. An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he will plan to throw you into a pit. An enemy will shed tears, but if he finds an opportunity, he will not be satisfied apart from shedding your blood. If evil comes upon you, you will find your enemy there ahead of you. And as he pretends to help you, he will pull your feet from under you. He will shake his head and applaud with his hands, and he will whisper many things and alter his expression. Choosing colleagues. Chapter 13. Whoever touches pitch will be stained, and whoever associates with an arrogant man will become like him. Do not lift a weight too heavy for you, nor associate with a man stronger and richer than you. What does a clay pot have in common with a copper kettle? For the clay pot will strike against the kettle and will itself be broken. A rich man does wrong and even proves himself to be the one wronged. A poor man is wronged and he must apologize. If you can be useful to him, a rich man will make use of you. But if you are in need, he will abandon you. If you own anything, he will live with you, and he will exhaust you, but will not feel sorry for you. When he needs you, he will deceive you and smile at you, and he will give you hope and say good things to you. He will even say, "What do you need?" And he'll shame you with his foods until he exhausts you 2 or 3 times. Then at last he will mock you, and if he should see you after this, he will forsake you and shake his head over you. Take heed lest you be led astray, and the humiliation in your folly. When a ruler invites you, be slow to accept, and he will invite you more often. Do not press upon him lest you be rejected, but do not withdraw at a distance lest you be forgotten. Do not intend to speak to him as an equal, and do not trust his abundance of words, for he will test you with a lot of talk, and while he's smiling, he will scrutinize you. Keep your words to yourself and be very careful, for you are walking near your own fall. Like attracts like. Every living creature loves its like, and every man its neighbor. All flesh gathers together by species, and every man clings to one like himself. What wolf will associate with the lamb? No more than the sinner with the godly man. What peace is there between a hyena and a dog? And what peace does a rich man have with a poor man? The prey of lions are wild asses in the wilderness. Similarly, the pastures of the rich are the poor. Rich and poor. Lowness of stature is an abomination to the arrogant. Thus a poor man is an abomination to the rich man. And when a rich man is shaken, he is strengthened by friends. But when a humble man falls, he is pushed away by friends. so I have to turn the page, and it's not turning easily. When a rich man falls, there are many to help him, and when he speaks abominable words, they justify him. If a humble man falls, they criticize him further, and when he speaks with intelligence, no place is given to him. When a rich man speaks, everyone is silent, and they exalt his word to the clouds. A poor man speaks, and they say, "Who is this man?" And if he stumbles, they push him down even further. Wealth in which there is no sin is good, but poverty is evil in the mouth of an ungodly man. The heart of a man changes the expression on his face, either for good or for evil. The mark of a heart filled with goodness is a cheerful face, but the invention of proverbs requires laborious reasoning. Blessed is the man who does not slip and fall because of his mouth, and is not stung with pain caused by his sin. Blessed is he whose soul does not condemn him, and who has not fallen away from his hope. Wealth is not fitting for a small-minded man, and to what end is wealth for an envious man? For he who gathers for himself gathers for others, and others will live in luxury with his goods. If a man does evil to himself, for whom shall he be good? And he will not rejoice in his wealth. And then there's warning and vice, very nice things. This is from Wisdom of Sirach, from the Christian Orthodox Study Bible. It also has notes, of course. Death makes no contract or covenant with anyone to come at the time we might prefer. Okay, that's an explanation of one of the notes in chapter 14. God bless you, and I wish you all a very happy, healthy, prosperous, and peaceful 2023. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box